let's have another room tour. Yes, it's been almost a year since my last room tour, so I thought, let's do one again. This is that man. Please subscribe, leave a like, do whatever you want to do, but let's have a look at this room. So first up we have our Yotsuba and Danboard Nendoroids. This is basically a half Nendoroid shelf, but yeah, kind of half, kind of other stuff. Then we have our laid back camp Nendoroids. Always fun. These are some of my favourite Nendoroids, to be fair. I absolutely love them. They just look so adorable and camping. Room camp is also fun. That's not dating things at all. Next up we have one of the swimsuit Nico Robin figures I picked up when I was in Japan. And we have Kimono Nico Robin. Not Kimono Friends, I was going to say Kimono Nico Robin. We also have a Guardian exterminating Nadeshiko, because why not? And also my very first anime fig. Danboard has fallen. It requires money in order to stand once again. The next shelf we kind of have Overlord. That's right, we have the Ainz and Albedo Nendoroids. Two of my favourite ones. I really like the way Ainz is set up when he... Well, it's just a nice Nendoroid in general, really. Also, one of the few Figmas. You probably realised last year I had quite a few Figmas, but now I've kind of... I don't know what it is about them. I love Figmas, but I've kind of got a bit off them a little bit. So you won't see a huge amount of Figmas on here today, except for these Rem and Ram ones. Next up is the... I was going to say the Shield Hero ones, but it's not. It's the reincarnated as a slime Nendoroids. We have Rimuru and Milim. Vent cells at work. I don't know what I'm going to do because red blood cells due to come out. I don't know if I can remember. I'm sure I pre-ordered it, but I can't remember. I'm sure I probably did. Then we have Breath of the Wild Link and the Blend S Nendoroids. And we have the Kakaguri and Ashbira from Golden Kamuy Nendoroids. These are just kind of like, I was trying to display them and I was just like, yeah, these are going to go on here. Next up we have some more Nendoroids, including Aoi from Shirobako, and we have our Spice and Wolf Hollow Nendoroid. After that it's more Kimono Friends. I say more as if there's been any Kimono Friends before now, but there hasn't. All looking absolutely fun. I can probably put a few more Nendoroids up here in the darkness and just maybe move all of this a little bit further forwards. In the background we have another Monster Chopper figure and the second of the Nico Robin swimsuit figures from Japan. Also a Lucky Star Nendoroid that I picked up at, I think it was Kitacon a few years ago. I think it's the Haruhi version, I believe. It was a limited edition. I think it was like 10 quid or something, so I was just like, yeah, I like Lucky Star, I will pick it up. To Camping Intensifies. This is kind of just the shelf where everything goes before I've put it on display and unboxed it. My plan is to eventually get everything unboxed and use this as another shelf full of stuff. I just haven't really had the chance to unbox everything, he says, as he does a video on just talking about figures. Above that, I've got some pop vinyls and we've got the Nia collection. I like these Nia figures, I just haven't really had a chance to display them properly. Below that we have the Nia Automata Collector's Edition, along with a few figures that's just kind of, it's not really any theme, I just kind of had figures out of the way. I really wish I had more space to put that Nia Collector's Edition. As nice as it is, it's kind of just taking up space now, but oh well, I'm not going to complain too much. Comes to posters, I've just kind of had a minimalistic look. You've probably seen these many times when watching the channel. But these are just kind of some of the ones that I've got. Some of them are prints and some of them are posters. Yeah. Next up is my One Piece figure arts collection. This is a collection I kind of really need to get sorted out. Like I said, it's quite dark. One of my plans is to try and get some lights just to kind of light up some of these figures, because yeah, being in the dark isn't particularly amazing. But yeah, they're all nice little figures. I want to sort them out because I feel like it's a little bit cluttered, but oh well. This is another kind of a random set of stuff. Tiger and Bunny in the back in the dark, along with a few more. I'm probably going to put these Tiger and Bunny ones away. I love the series, but you know, it's kind of been there for a while. If not, I might move these Valkyria Chronicle Nendoroids onto the Nendoroid shelf, maybe, perhaps. Yeah, that might work a little bit better. Finally, another random shelf of random stuff. These are just kind of random One Piece, mostly Nico Robin figures, along with a few Gundam and stuff like that in the background. Again, it's another shelf that needs sorting out. The problem is, once you get lower and lower, you kind of realise that there's not really much interest in stuff that you can kind of put on, at least put on display and have everybody see it. Now we have our Konosuba one. To be honest, I'm considering moving the Konosuba stuff a little bit further up. These temporarily went down here, and I think they've kind of stayed here for a while. I still need to pick up the Nendoroid, either the Belfind or just to collect, or just a prize figure, because yeah, I need to have the full squad here at some point. Here we'll just have a few old strategy guides, really. I don't like throwing stuff away. I mean, I could probably get rid of nearly all of these, but you know, I don't know what it is. I like to keep them around, and some of them are just odd books. I mean, I won this in a cosplay competition quite a few years ago. I can probably get rid of it, to be fair. After that, these is all art books, along with a few figures. The hero got moved down from up here once I got that Nico Robin. Just like kind of stuff that didn't really fit in otherwise. I've got nearly all of. I think I'm actually quite a few behind in when it comes to the One Piece art books, so I probably need to pick them up. There is some really nice ones out there now, which I kind of would like to be able to pick up. But to be honest, art books, as much as I like them, they kind of get put away, and I don't look at them ever again. So I'm kind of justifying but not buying them because of that reason. Maybe if it was something I kind of looked at a little bit more, but I'm not, so oh well. This is the Konosuba shelf, the other Konosuba shelf. The reason that the other Konosuba figures went down the bottom was because, well, there just wasn't any space for them. But here we are with some of the Nendoroids. I think Megamin's staff's going to have to get reattached. I'm probably going to have to put the explosion somewhere else as well, because it's looking a little bit tightly packed at the moment and doesn't look particularly great in my opinion. In the background, again, I need to get some light so I can kind of see these a little bit better. But we have the Sorceress and the Rem figure. We have, well, this is the Girls and Panzer prize figures, along with some Amagi Brilliant Parker and Phoenix Wright stuff, and a few other One Piece things in the background. These are kind of, as much as I like these, are kind of just like, they're all just kind of there now, so I would say. So absolutely fantastic figures here. That Jade that I picked up a few months ago, she's ended up relegated up there. I don't have space for 2B and Kanye yet, so I'm kind of like, where do they go? As much as I love Girls and Pants, I'm actually considering storing some of these away. Some of them just don't look. I love these two, but the other ones aren't. I don't think they look quite as good. So perhaps I might try and see if I can get. I would actually like to get some higher quality of these two figures, but at the moment, yeah, maybe not. We have some Amiibo up here, just a handful of them. They're just kind of there for the moment until I get a better place for them. And we have so far my Gundam collection and my Pokemon manga collection. Yeah, as you can probably imagine, manga is kind of overspilling into other areas of the room now. Next up we have Nendoroids. I still haven't had a chance to pick up more of these risers. I picked, you know what it is, like 2 years ago I picked up a batch of them. I had a few issues with getting them and then they just never delivered anymore. I just never had a chance to pick up any more. I want this to all be kind of risers and have these displayed a little bit better than they are. The problem is that the shelf isn't too grand. It's not like a huge shelf, so I can't put these ones in. I can only perhaps have 1, 2, 3 kind of risen up and keep enough space for them. But I'm still happy with the way this looks over. Oh, Marth has fallen down. Well done, Marth. And I haven't really put any kind of thought into these. Like I said, it kind of feels like higgledy-piggledy. I really want to get this sorted out sometime this year and get it looking a little bit nicer than what it is. So yeah, here we have some of my pride and joy. This is probably the ones that you probably see more often when it comes to my videos. Mainly One Piece, but there's some other stuff out here as well. These are the ones I absolutely adore and I feel like need to be displayed a little bit more. than some of the others. We also have some ReZero and other stuff there. Yeah, honestly I love this shelf, and these all just take pride and joy on my display. It could look a little bit tidier, but I'm not going to complain, to be fair. Next up we have yet more Nendoroids. Originally this was supposed to be another Nendoroid shelf. It's looking a little bit dark, so I kind of want to have some lighting put in. I'm going to see if I can get maybe some of those stick-on lights so I can just flick them on for whenever a video's being done. And one of the problems I do have, oh, one of my figures has actually fallen down. There we go. One of the problems I do have is that it does look kind of cluttered, but when you close this door, a lot of this stuff here you just can't see. So this is why you probably see that there's probably gaps in between stuff. It's just you can't see them. Yeah. And we've got some little smaller figures as well. These are just mostly prize figures. I don't like buying that many prize figures these days because I feel like the quality on them isn't particularly amazing. But yeah, I'm not going to complain too much. Here we have Piece Manga. So most of like the one-off stuff, the data books and stuff like that, the spin-off stuff's all down here, and we just have rows and rows of the whole thing. I think I'm quite a bit behind. I need to pick up mainly the rest of Whole Cake Island and the Wano ones so far. The reason I haven't picked these up is because, well, there's a slight reason. When I bought the majority of these, I was picking them up for about £2–3 a volume. Now, a volume is costing around £7 to £10 each. That's like massive inflation. It's not cheap to import Japanese manga anymore as it used to be. Perhaps maybe when I go back to Japan I'll pick up some more. I'm going to say if I can get some here and there and just to fill out the gaps. As you can probably see, there's quite a bit of stuff crushed in here at the moment. Again, this is stuff that I'm probably just going to end up moving around. Also, we've got some nice little decapitated heads. Yeah, lovely. Down the bottom is my Overlord collection. Volumes 1 to 11 of the light novel. We have some One Piece figures here guarding them. And over here we have Prison School. Volume 14's out to loan, and I'm actually doing a little video on Prison School at the moment, so some of the manga is getting pulled out as and when. Also, we have some Tsum Tsums, mainly Girls of the Panzer ones. There's a nice little sky high egg there that I picked up from Japan over the course of the last few months. Nice little collection there. Nice little collection there. Eventually I'll probably have a little pyramid or something, and absolutely nothing will happen from it. Next up is some more little prints and stuff like that I've managed to acquire, mainly little one-off prints that don't really fit a theme. There's also obviously some Robin and Chopper stuff, some stickers and some Fire Emblem stuff. I want to get more nice little prints that just to go all the way down here. The thing is, I don't see many One Piece prints, and if they do, it's always Luffy, Ace or Zoro, so I'm kind of like, I would buy Robin Chopper stuff, but not Luffy, Ace and Zoro. Whole crew stuff, I can't find anything that is decent quality and has the entire crew on. Over to you, boffins. My game collection, and these are just the collector's ones. This is just full of collector stuff. I really need to decide whether or not I want to keep these or sell them on. There's a lot of ones here where it's just like the Fire Emblem ones and stuff like that. It's like I wouldn't dare get rid of, but then it's like, but they're just sitting here filling up shelves, and I'm kind of like, they're not even on display half the time. So I'm like, do I get rid of them? Will I even play them again? I mean, some of these, like Pandora's Tower and Last Story, were gifts of close friends and family, so I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't get rid of them. Then again, I mean, stuff like that in the background, I'm sure that's like Animal Crossing, Amiibo Festival and stuff like that. Stuff I probably could get rid of, but I haven't. Tales of Symphonia. You know what? I don't understand why this was released on the PS3 but never got ported onto the Switch or the PS4. I love this series, but I played it once again, but I never touched it any further. Probably should go back to that. It was like one of the last games I think I bought on the PS3. Oh well. Next up is my PlayStation 4 collection, and there's PS3 stuff behind it, and also all of the cups I got from that stupid anime box that kept sending the stuff even though I wasn't paying for it. What I tend to do with PlayStation games, unless it's a JRPG, I just tend to buy it and sell it. So there's stuff like Horizon, which I need to take and get rid of. These are just kind of games I just like playing. Trails of Cold Steel is what I'm playing at the moment. I'm on the second one. Looking forward to going on to the third one very soon. There's a lot of ones here that are quite still sealed. The reason being is I got given stuff as gifts, and like stuff like Yakuza and like JRPGs like take a long time. And to be honest, I've kind of fallen out of love with my PlayStation. I'm onto my third PS4 because the thing just doesn't last, and even one of my other ones is starting to not even function as a Blu-ray player anymore. That's how bad I'm kind of finding it. Just Cause 4, it was cheap. Some limited run games. We've got Senran Kagura and Valhalla. Two fantastic games. I mean, not even opened Senran Kagura. It's Senran Kagura, and it was for the Vita. By the time I got it, the Vita had been obsolete for about 2 years. But it's Senran Kagura, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I want to play this one. I never did. Xenoblade Collector's Edition. Down here we have some 3DS games and DS games. These are just random ones. Nothing particularly special about them. A stack of old Gamecube games. Years ago, I was so stupid. Before I realised what Gamecube games were like worth, I chucked away a load of Gamecube game boxes, and I was just like, now I'm kind of like, yeah, silly me. This is the Switch collection. Absolute fantastic machine. I'm using this more than anything else. I do need to get rid of some of these because I've kind of realised I'm just kind of collecting them rather than playing on some of them. Like stuff like Valkyria Chronicles 4, I've never even played it. I bought the collector's edition ages ago, not played it. Knights of Azure, that was like £10. One Piece, because I bought it because it was One Piece. Moonlight, A Little Dragon's Cafe, Lumo, I think these were all like 10 quid each. They were next to nothing, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. Burst Battle, Toucan Rambo, I was like, oh, originally on the channel I was going to start doing anime based games, and that was one of the ones that was like, nope, not going to happen. And yeah, there's a few here that I just not touched. Really need to get around to them. One of the things I'm considering doing after finishing Trails of Cold Steel is going on to Tales of Vesperia, because I bought that over a year ago and I haven't even opened it. GameCube games and Wii U games. I sold a lot of Wii U games. I had nearly a whole entire Wii U collection at one point. But yeah, over the course of history, I've kind of merged that down to stuff that just hasn't been ported, or stuff that's yeah. And love me buddies, because why not? Again, I need to get back around and sort this out. We have a few other Switch games here. These are like the little more thicker ones and other stuff like that. And there's Octopath Traveler Collector's Edition. Really wish I didn't get that. I would have been happy with the normal one. I'm actually considering seeing if I can just sell it because I'm not going to play Octopath again, as much as it was a decent game. Some other GameCube games I bought at a Retro Game Fest a year or two ago. Not played them. This is why I'm trying to stop buying stuff, because I was just like, yeah, not going to play half of these. Eventually I will. See, the original reason why is that I was originally going to do a gaming channel, and I was going to play older games. That kind of fell by the wayside when I started not having time and started doing manga stuff instead. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. Down the bottom, these are just books. There's some Jujinshi stuff like that in there. Just random stuff that doesn't really relate to anything. Again, it's another thing I'm going to have to end up sorting out. Maybe what I'm considering is pulling everything of this out and just filming it with manga instead, and that might be my manga closet rather than over there. But that's something potentially for the future. Also, Banjo Kazooie. I was kind of like, I want to have a Banjo Kazooie Amiibo when they announced Banjo Kazooie was going to be in it. It's been in the box ever since. Lovely. Yeah, here is the window. Some plushes that I picked up when I was in Japan. Sweets. I got a box full of sweets for Christmas. All Japanese, and some Haribo, because of course. Just other some random figures here. And this year's calendar. I always would need to do a video on that, I suppose. Then we have the workstation. Yeah, this is where the magic happens. Yeah. See the magic, what magic? Game console, Switch. You've all seen this. If you've ever seen one of my videos, you've probably seen this whole setup at some point. Signed by the creator of Full Metal Panic. Fun times. Met him at MCM 2 years ago nearly. Lovely guy. Yeah, really fun times. Empty space. Don't know why I'm showing it. So this is the Portrait of Pirates collection. Most of them are Portrait of Pirates anyway. Yeah, absolutely fantastic line of One Piece figures. Been collecting these for, oh god, a long time now. A long time indeed. And yeah, it's just a lovely collection that I've just built over the years. I'm quite proud of it, to be honest. While it's not going to have every single character in, I'm just happy with the way it looks. Some in the background there where I kind of just like, I bought them cheap, so cheap, and I was just like, yep, that's fine. One of the most underrated figures I own, I think. These are all kind of like the high quality figures, as you can imagine. I love these two. Still absolutely love these two. Two of my favourite figures that I own. We've got a Nami in the background and a Vivi. Some Fire Emblem ones. I really want to get Camilla out of the dark. I don't like the way that's kind of done. Some more here. These are prize figures, apart from the Kaguri one. Some prize figures, so I'm going to move them to somewhere else because I'm going to have some laid back camp figures coming, and Mamako from the Mom Isekai, and they're going to go more Pride of Joy there. Next up, oh god, these are nearly all prize figures up here. So as you can see, they've got some One Piece stuff, Lupin the Third, a Ship in the Bottle, Fire Emblem, Fairy Tail. I really need to sell them or get rid of them. I thought I actually got rid of the two of them years ago. They're quite expensive, but they just don't have the boxes anymore, so they're worthless. These are all kind of ones. I think what I'm considering is getting a box and just putting a lot of these in storage until I can figure out something to do with them. Because as much as I love a lot of these, they're kind of like, I kind of feel like they're hidden away, and I'm considering using this space for the high quality stuff. Tiger and Bunny, Assassination Classroom, One Piece, Amiibo, because Amiibo, we need to meet more Amiibo. Excellent. And then we've just got some board games, some Christmas decorations, some other games. Again, it's something else. I kind of feel like looking through this, I really need to sort stuff out, because I'm kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that I needs to get rid of. Some posters that I've picked up over the years. Beautiful. I love this poster so much. And two PlayStations, PS4 Pro and PS3. These are box full of stuff. Yeah, rubbish. I really need to sort this out again. More stuff needs sorting out. I feel like I'm just kind of living in filth. Maybe I should do a before and after kind of video, because this has really opened my eyes on how much stuff I've just got laying around. Games consoles. Originally, this is all set up so in the back is like they were all connected up at one point, and it's just so I can pull stuff out and just connect them up dead easy. Stuff like the Wii U. I never realised how I love the Wii U as a console, but I never realised how kind of pointless it was until I got the Switch, and I've never ever touched the Wii U since. I used to play Minecraft on it, but then now I don't. I've got the Switch for Minecraft. Everything's kind of just stacked away. So this is the start of the manga collection. Manga's kind of really taken over my life over the last few months. As you can probably imagine, doing a manga channel. Golden Kamuy, Penguin Highway, stuff like that. See, these are all of the nice novels that I've got. Some DVD. Again, DVDs need to be sorted out. This bag is just full of keyrings and stuff like that I picked up when I was in Japan. I had an Ita bag at one point. More manga. There's a manga unboxing, so I'm not going to get too in depth on these. I'm just going to kind of skirt over them. But if anyone ever wondered what my manga collection was like, this is what it's like. Yeah, that's how it's stored. Some people are probably sitting there screaming their heads off right now. Some DVDs that I need to take to get rid of. And more manga and light novels. Yeah, I like these. This to be a little bit better. These are kind of the titles where they only get like a volume once a year, maybe. Or I mean, I know Dr. Stones, and there's some full collections. This is where I kind of can see it. Yeah, this is packed away. There's probably not going to get much added to it very often. My NES and my SNES and N64 collection nearly had a full. I was one point I nearly had a full N64 collection. I'd gotten rid of a chunk of like the sports games and stuff like that. And this is just storage. Yeah, there's a full half empty box there just for figures, so I'm kind of pull that out, get some figures in. Yeah, that might be a good idea. And that is my room. I hope you enjoyed this half hour or whatever it is of me waffling. If you did like this, please leave a like, please consider subscribing, and if there's anything in the room that you want me to talk about a little bit longer, or even if you're asking where they've came from, please be aware that this has been a collection for the past like 15 years now. So I'm going to try and see, oh, I got it from this place, but keep in mind that that place may not have stuff in stock. But I will do my best. If you've got any questions about any of the particular figures, anything that you've seen, just ask me and I will answer any questions. Thank you for coming. Thanks again for staying. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, do whatever you like. Enjoy your day. See you next time. Goodbye.